Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding Mountain. And today I'm going to take you to the gym. I haven't taken you to the gym for a long time, not a public gym anyway. I've been training in here instead. But this episode is the second half of a workout. And the first workout was in the previous vlog. You saw that I worked out in the gym, did a number of different body parts. And then I just wanted to finish it off with some machines and to hit some other body parts and just change things up. And the name of the gym I'm going to is Fit for Change in Chilliwack. And I'm looking for feedback from you guys, like what you like, what you might not like about me doing the workout stuff at the gym or whatever. But feel free to give me some feedback and so forth. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this vlog. Mountain. Well, welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of machine stuff at the gym. So the thing is, I don't have a leg curl at home. I do have an attachment at home that I can do some sort of leg curls, but being here at the gym allows me to do a few different varieties, you know, because sometimes you get crazy just doing the same stuff over and over again, right? And as much as there is a lot of ways to vary up your workouts at home, sometimes it's good to actually have a scene, like an environment change, you know, just for the sake of socializing and whatever else. But anyway, today I'm going to start with some leg curls because the leg press is taken, and then I'm going to jump on the leg press because I haven't done leg presses in over 3 years. So I'm going to just play around, just rep out with some quad work and have some fun with that, and then do a little bit of cables. Now, those of you who watched my vlog before know that I already trained inclines at home. I trained some triceps and some biceps, and I also did some rotator cuff work. So I'm really just doing some sort of pump work here just for the sake of getting out of the house and doing something different, right? So yeah, I'm gonna live the pro bodybuilder lifestyle today. Just today though, pretty much. But yeah, let's do some lightweight here. And I like this machine actually because it puts you in a hamstring stretch position because your hips are at 90 degrees. And then doing the leg curl this way is actually quite effective. It's actually one of my favorite movements for hamstrings anyway. Now with this movement, you can adjust a lot, right? Like this, there's this part, and then there's also the back pad. So I feel like the back pad needs to come forward a little bit. But overall, a really great burn, right? That's the nice part, is that certain machines allow you to really isolate and take a muscle really deep into failure. And you know, in a lot of cases too, you don't have much risk of injury because usually when there's instability, that's when the injuries happen, for the most part. You know, not always, but for the most part. So if you're using a machine and you're using moderate to high reps, you're a bit safer. Is it better? No. It's only better for isolating certain parts of the muscle or isolating certain muscles sometimes. But overall development, I still think is best with free weights, right? So basically a combination of machines and free weights is obviously the best possible scenario, right? It's not about either or as much as finding the right combination that works for you. But I do find that machines, if you find the right ones, they can really help push your muscles deeper into failure without having to worry about instability issues. Like say for instance, the squat, right? Say you're squatting lots of weight and you're going as deep into failure as you can, and say the wrong muscle hits failure first, then that's an injury waiting to happen. So you have to kind of take this all into account when you're formulating your combination of movements, right? And some movements suit absolute failure more than others. And that's something that you have to be conscious of. So let me just move this one step back, I think. This 3 is good. This 3 is gonna do it. Oh, that's good. Okay, now I got it. So one thing you have to remember is intensity matters. So whatever way you can get the most amount of tension and fatigue and failure on the muscle is the most important thing. That's really paramount when it comes down to getting a muscle to adapt. But you want to make sure that you do it in a way that's safe for the muscle or safe for the joints, and you're not, tweaking anything, right? So yeah, machines sometimes allow you to do that. And like say for instance, if I was doing really heavy lunges and I hit absolute exhaustion and maybe I go too far down on one of the lifts, or maybe I lose my balance in one of the reps, that can cause, groin problem or hamstring pull or whatever. So you have to be a bit more conscious when you're doing the free weight stuff, and that's arguably probably what makes it to be a better movement in a lot of ways, but that doesn't negate the positive experience of the machines here and there. So yeah, just make sure that you take advantage of that. And if you're doing the free weights well, you're going to be getting overall stimulation on the entire system, but at the same time you'll have to specialize that tension once in a while with a machine, or maybe a different type of tension, like constant tension, like machines like pulleys or cables and so forth, right? So here we go. It's the last set of these. I'm not using super light, heavy weight on these either, because they are in isolation. I'm trying to get about 20 or 30 reps. Well, that's good. The only problem with this machine is it's almost like a straitjacket. Once you're in, you can't get out. Yeah. Not that I have experience with that. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of shoulder press here just for fun, just on a machine here. Mostly because the leg press is taken right now, and I did some leg curls, but I want to do some leg press, but unfortunately the thing about working out at the gym, it's not as convenient as at home, where you could have everything to yourself, right? So I'll just do a few sets of something else, just pump up while I'm waiting for that machine. And that's something you could do. Some people, they get stuck in, it's almost like set in stone, like what exercise they have to do for a day. But sometimes what I'll do is, if somebody has a piece of equipment, I'll change my workout altogether, or I'll do something else, just some pumping movement until that piece of equipment becomes available, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So. Might go a little bit heavier, but yeah, it's a nice movement actually, just a different angle. This is the one thing I like about machines, is sometimes lock you into an angle that can be just different, Sometimes that can be a danger too. If you find it tweaks you or hurts your joints and stuff, then definitely discard that machine. But some machines will kind of put you into a certain angle or dimension of movement that will stimulate your body in a different way. So yeah, this feels pretty good. Feels good. The disadvantage of training at home right now is because I don't have a vertical bench. I have a high incline. And doing shoulder presses, usually I'm stuck doing the standing shoulder press because of the way my squat rack is set up and stuff. So yeah, coming to the gym allows me to do some of this stuff. That feels pretty good. And once again, you're only as good as what muscles you've stimulated. So sometimes just doing something that's different is going to give you the best results. It's not always about doing the same thing over and over again, right? Okay, last set of these, and then we're going to go do some leg press here. All right, set this up. Now, my goal today isn't to go heavy. It isn't to, max out or anything like that. I just want to get a pump in the quads. I might go to 5 plates. I don't know, maybe 6, maybe just 5, maybe 4. I don't know. So I'm gonna just play around with it. I haven't done this for a while, but it's purely for the purpose of just getting a pump in the legs without using any of the hips or the lower back in the same way I've been doing with lunges and squats for the last several years, right? So yeah, let's have some fun with this. I usually like to have the back at the most vertical position, so my hips are at a 90-degree angle. Some people like to sit back farther, but that's not my thing. So yeah, let's go for it. Now I can see that this back is probably gonna have to go down a little bit. Every leg press is different, that's the thing. Most important part is keep your ass down on the pad. And heels down on the thing. Heels down on the platform. Good. All right, so I moved the back a couple notches. But in the end, it's going to be about personal preference. Like, I'm a hip squatter, so I like to keep the weight over the hips. But if say somebody wanted to really bring the knees way over the toes, then it would make sense that they come back even farther on the platform here, right? But that's not really the way I don't know, I don't feel the tension on the muscle bellies when I do it that way, so that's why I do it this way. So I'm out of shape when it comes to leg press, that's for sure. I could do more reps, but just trying to get the groove now and make sure everything feels right first, and then we'll do a throw up leg press day another day, right? So I could use a lot more weight on this, but like I've said before, sometimes just pumping blood into an area can have a tremendous positive effect. That's what I need right now. I've done lots of heavyweight stuff with squats, a lot of heavy Romanian deadlifts and that sort of thing. So what I need is a movement, at least today anyway, a movement that just pumps blood in there, gets a good burn and hits some of those slow twitch fibers without worrying about my lower back hitting failure first or whatever. So here we go. So this is my last set of these, and once again, same goal, pump the legs up, get a good stretch around the hips. And that's one thing I do find I like about leg presses, is that it helps me get a different stretch around the hips, and sometimes it helps my hips be in the proper position for squats, funny enough, because it really emphasized that stretching of the adductors and the hamstrings and the glutes, right? So it kind of locks in that groove. If you notice, if you watch me squat, you'll notice that my groove is a lot like this, because I bend over and I don't come all the way up. I stay in the bent over position and I just pump those legs, right? So leg press mimics that, except for without the lower back fatigue and of course without including some of the other muscles that squats do include. So, but yeah, it's not necessarily a replacement, but it's a great auxiliary exercise to help, right? Just noticed there's some cat hair on my shirt. That means I'm getting cat hair gains today. Yeah, that's good. Cat hair, it's anabolic. I couldn't resist. I wanted to do a couple press downs here before I leave, even though I did triceps earlier, but just for fun, because I haven't had an opportunity to use cables that much for the last few years. So here we go. Oh, it's a little bit too late. All right, let's go a little heavier. Oh yeah, just right. Last set, just a pumper here. Mountain. That's my workout for today. I just want to say thanks a lot to Fit for Change in Chilliwack for having me here and letting me film, right? So I just got a membership here just yesterday, and I'm going to start doing a bit more fitness vlog type stuff here as well as at home. So I'm going to kind of mix it up so that way it's a little bit different for you guys, and I'll have access to some different equipment, right? Which is obviously important for variety and so forth. So yeah, guys, if you want to get a hold of me, just go to naturalglandbodybuilding.com. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope this helps out in your training, and take care for now. Mountain.